he went there. Lizzle, Papa warned, just stay calm, understand? Just stay calm. Papa is telling this girl, don't look panic, okay? Yes, Papa. She tried to concentrate on her bleeding leg. Earlier, they all were panicked regarding this knocking on the door because they were afraid they might be caught. But now, father said, just try to pretend that you are focusing on your injury. Just look like that. Okay, okay, Papa. Yes, Papa. And in this way, she tried to concentrate on her bleeding leg. Means she was feeling pain, right? At the door, Rosa was still asking the meaning of this interruption when the kindly party men noticed Lizzle. From outside the door, he had a look at Lizzle sitting and crying with pain. Oh, is this you? Is this the same girl, Lizzle? You got injured? Notice Lizzle, the maniacal football player. Are you the same girl, maniacal? You look maniac, right? He grinned. How is the knee? How about your pain? Yes, beta. You don't usually imagine the Nazis being too chirpy. Means the Nazi soldiers were strict enough, rude enough that we cannot imagine it. We cannot imagine anybody of them to be such kind of talkative, such kind of talking or kind person, right? But he was. But this man certainly was. We can call him an exception, right? He came in and made as if to crouch and view the injury. Means he was trying to bend down at the level of Lizzle. Actually, he just wanted to find out what happened and how she was feeling. In an affectionate way, he was crouching in front of Lizzle to view the injury. Does he know? Lizzle thought. Can he smell we are hiding a Jew? Means again italics, she is thinking, right? She is thinking to herself, does he know that we have already given shelter to one of the Jewish persons? Right? So, can he smell? Can he discover we are hiding a Jew? Papa came from the sink with a wet cloth and soaked it onto Lizzle's knee. Means a wet cloth he brought and put on Lizzle's knee. Actually, he just wanted to wash her injuries. Right? So, does it sting? Means do you feel acute pain? Because generally it happens, tincture, Dettol, Savlon, like when we put a cloth soaked with the Dettol, then we feel acute pain, right? Actually that is germicidal. So does it sting? Do you feel biting pain? His silver eyes were caring and calm. He was also pretending to be normal. The scare in them could easily be mistaken as concern for the injury. Actually, they all were pretending because they were afraid they might be found out any moment if they failed to show off. Rosa called across the kitchen. From inside the kitchen, Rosa called, "It can't sting enough. Maybe it will teach her a lesson. Let her. Don't worry about her daughter. Our daughter is not weak enough. Let her be strong. And when she feels pain like this, then only she will come to know, she will learn a lesson how to keep calm, how to control and how to face this kind of small and petty injuries, right?" The partyman stood and laughed. "Yes, ma'am, you are right, you are right. Maybe you are just trying to teach her a lesson. I don't think this girl is learning any lessons out there. Mrs. Huberman, I told you Mrs. Diller's shop, right? Mrs. Huberman, I think she teaches lessons to all those boys. Ma'am, actually, you may be mistaken. Whatever I have observed, that your daughter is not to learn any lesson, but other people have to learn a lesson. Means your daughter is to teach great lessons to her playmates because she has dealt with the situation very boldly. I have seen herself on the playground. Yeah. Yes, all those boys. Am I right, young girl Lizzle? Yes, cutie pie, am I right?" In this way, Papa showed the cloth into the injury he was just trying to press that piece of cloth, piece of wet cloth, right. So Liesel winced, she cried with in this way, she cried with pain rather than answered. She did not feel like answering to this Nazi soldiers question. Am I right, young girl? But at the same time, Papa put that cloth, wet cloth on her injury, so she cried with pain instead of answering to the question. It was Hans who spoke. Instead of Liesel, her father spoke. Quite sorry to the girl. Yes, we all are feeling sorry for this girl. There was the discomfort of Silence Dan, and the party man remembered his purpose. Actually, he had just forgotten the purpose, why he had come over there to that house, but all of a sudden he comes to know. He is reminded of his purpose. So, if you don't mind, he explained, I need to inspect your basement just for a minute or two. Yes, you gentlemen, if you do not mind, can I inspect your basement? I just want to see whether it is suitable for our shelter or not during airstrike. So please, to see if it is suitable for shelter. Papa gave Liesel's knee a final dab. Once again, he put it on the knee. You will have a nice bruise there too, Liesel. Casually, he acknowledged the man. He acknowledged to the man above them. Means, in a gesture, through a gesture, he was just giving permission, giving his consent that you go through. If you want to check, if you want to inspect, you may, please go ahead. So, certainly, he was saying, certainly, first door on the right. So, you may go to the right and first door is there. Please excuse the mess. So, I do not want to confuse any kind of mess. I do not want to create any kind of mess. So, you please go by yourself and turn to right and you will find the first door, and there, that is the door to go downstairs to the basement. So, students, 53, para 53, I wouldn't worry. It cannot be worse than some of the others I have seen today. This one, that's it. The longest 3 minutes in Huberman history. These 3 minutes are very important in the history of this family. Why? Because that inspection was going on and they all were worried what is going to happen. They all were worried and scared, right? So, this 3 minutes duration was very much important. Papa sat at the table, Rosa prayed in the corner, mouthing the words, God please save me, God please save me. In this way, she was seen. Liesel was cooked. Honey, her chest, the muscles in her arms, I doubt any of them had the audacity to consider what they would do, dear students. This time this is would, because first form is there. They would do if the basement was appointed as a shelter. They had to survive the inspection first. They means different questions were curiosities, some questions were queries were there in their mind. What will happen if they find it suitable place for their shelter, and suppose they start putting their luggage here only, right now they have decided what will happen, because we have hidden that we are giving shelter to that Jewish person over there, and somehow we are trying our best, but suppose they come to know, suppose they discover and they decide to take up this basement of ours as their shelter, what will happen? So, they listen to Nazi footsteps in the basement, means he was going downstairs. They listened to Nazi's footsteps in the basement. There was the sound of measuring tape, means a measuring tape, you know, inch tape like. So, he was looking like making a measurement of something, right. So, measuring tape. Liesel could not ward off the thought of Max sitting beneath the staircase to the basement, huddled around his sketchbook, hugging it to his chest. In this way, he was just crouching under the staircase. He was trying to hide himself, right. And Liesel did not want to give up this thought, means this thought about this Jewish person. She was really scared. Ultimately, she was just a child. Papa stood another idea. He walked to the hall and called out, "Everything good down there?" "Yes, Mr. Soldier, everything is fine, everything is okay." The answer ascended the steps on top of Max Vandenberg. "Another minute, perhaps." "Yes, only 1 minute remains." "Yes, yes, yes. Let me continue. Would you like some coffee, some tea?" Actually, Lizel's father wanted to distract his attention, so he was just trying to interact with him off and on. Now, when he had got this answer that only 1 minute remains, sir, then he once again put up a question to divert his mind. "Would you like to have something? Tea or coffee?" Then, "Oh, no, thank you." When Papa returned, he ordered Lizel to fetch a book and for Rosa to start cooking. Yes, means they had been doing everything in pretentious way. So he told Rosa to go to the kitchen for cooking, and Lizel, "What are you doing? Why are you wasting your time? Why don't you start reading? Bring your book, bring your copy." In this way, he was just trying to create a scene, fabricated scene was going on. He decided the last thing they should do was sit around looking worried. So they decided to take up this position. When he turned up, this Nazi soldier turned up, they wanted to look like. He said loudly, "Move it, Lizel. I don't care if your knee hurts." Is it possible that a father is supposed to speak like this to his daughter? But he was, because they found the Nazi soldier coming up. So, "I don't care, beta, I don't care." "So what? Such a petty injury you have got and you are crying in this way? Pay attention to your studies. You have to finish that book, like you said, right? Once you said you have to finish, it means you have to finish." Lizel tried not to break. "Yes, Papa." Lizel also did not feel like interfering, and she just considered and she just said, "Okay, Papa. Yes, Papa." So they were just showing off all these things. They were just trying to make all these pretensions. "What are you waiting for?" It took great effort to wink at her. She could tell. "Yes, beta, why don't you speak up? What are you waiting for?" In the corridor, she nearly collided with the party men. "In trouble with your papa?" All of a sudden, once again, she happened to get collided with a father. Now, with the father over there, and that Nazi person said, "What happened, beta? Are you in trouble with your father?" "Never mind, I am the same with my own children." "Don't worry, I am the same with my own children" means I just behave like this with my own children also. So don't be scared of me, don't be afraid of me. They walked their separate ways, and when Lizel made it to her room, means he was going out and she was going to her room. She closed the door and fell to her knees despite the added pain. She listened first to the judgment that the basement was too shallow, then the goodbyes, means now Lizel's father was giving farewell, means he was to see off that Nazi soldier at the door. So she heard them, and one of which was sent down the corridor. "Goodbye, Manacle, football player." And while leaving the soldier bade goodbye to this Lizel, and he said, goodbye Manacle, football girl." She remembered herself. Auf Wiedersehen, right? This is German language. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, right? Means say goodbye, beta, say goodbye. According to Papa, Rosa melted next to the stove. The moment the party men was gone, they collected Lizel and made their way to the basement, removing the well-placed sheets and paint cans that were hiding Max Vandenberg. Means behind some paint cans were there. So many paint cans were there in the basement, and they put that Jewish person behind them, and they had put some sheets in front of them. So in this way, he was behind these sheets and he was just crouching and sticking a book to his chest. They went downstairs to find out whether he was okay or not. So Max said, "Beneath the steps," means in the beneath the under the staircase, he was sitting over there. He was crouching over there, soaked in sweat. He was sweat. means he was sweating because air was not there, that's why he was perspiring, and holding his rusty scissors like a knife. Actually he was prepared, he was mentally prepared for all worst situations. So he was holding that scissors, and that was rusty scissors like a knife, and I would not have used them, he quietly said. I'm just trying, I'm just holding it. He held the rusty arms flat against his forehead. I'm so sorry I put you through that, and he was feeling apologetic, he was feeling guilty that I am the person to be blamed. Yes, I have put you all through all these miserable situations, miserable moments. So he is feeling guilty. He is saying, Rosa took the scissors. You are alive, thank God. Don't think anything else. You are alive, this is enough for us. You are alive. She said, we all are. Means when you are alive, it means we are also alive, and we all should be thankful to God. So dear students, let's have a look at your internal questions. I think they are very important for you, and I just want to check how much you have got. Okay, are you ready? So please open your chapter, The Visitor, page 83, right? And question 1 is, what were concentration camps? What were concentration camps? And so have a look here, concentration camps. Okay, so you will find their answer, means you will find the answer to this question, what were concentration camps. Here, he arrested all Jewish people in Germany and imprisoned them in concentration camps where they were often tortured and killed. Okay, but the correct answer, we have to modify these lines in our own answer. So the answer will be, what is the question? What were the concentration camps? Have you noted? So the concentration camps were the places, the concentration camps were the places where he, in bracket we have to write, Hitler arrested all the Jewish people in Germany and imprisoned them, right, only imprisoned them, full stop. Then you have to continue, they were often tortured and killed there. Once again let me repeat, they were often tortured and killed there. So let me repeat the whole answer. Concentration camps were the places where he, in bracket Hitler, arrested all Jewish people in Germany and imprisoned them there, full stop. They were often tortured and killed there. In this way, the answer to the first question is complete. Okay. So question number 2 is, why are they checking the basements? What? Why are they checking the basements? And you have to write this question as question number 2. So let's find out the answer to this question, right, on page 84, on page 84, paragraph 11. Let me show, this is paragraph 11. So from this paragraph you have to find out the answer to the question, why are they checking the basements? Okay, so the answer to this question will be, they are, look here, they are checking the basements to see if they are good enough to be shelters. Only this much. Let me repeat, they are checking the basements to see if they are good enough to be shelters. So this is the answer to question number 2, and the question is, why are they checking the basements? Okay. So students, our question number 3, please note down, where was Max Vandenberg kept hidden in the house? Where was Max Vandenberg kept hidden in the house? Okay, so let's find out the answer to this question. So dear students, this answer will be found from the para 68. right? Page number 88, para 68. This is the para, dear students. Let me read out this para, then we will try to find out the answer to this question. According to Papa, Rosa melted next to the stove the moment the party man was gone, means that Nazi had left. They collected Liesl and made their way to the basement. Look, they collected Liesl and made their way to the basement, removing the well-placed sheets and paint cans. They were hiding Max Vandenberg. Have you found the answer? So, let us frame the answer in the language of our own. And the question is, where was Max Vandenberg kept hidden? So, first part of the question, Max Vandenberg was kept hidden. Max Vandenberg was kept hidden. Then next, beneath, we have to add beneath the staircase to the basement. Look, to the basement, but you have to add beneath the staircase to the basement, where he was kept behind the well placed sheets and paint cans. Where he was well placed behind the sheets and paint cans. Let me repeat the whole answer. Max Vandenberg was kept hidden beneath the staircase to the basement, behind the well placed sheets and paint cans. So, in this way, this answer is also complete. I hope you all must have got it. Okay, dear students? So, dear students, this chapter is just an excerpt from the book Thief, right? Book Thief, and it was written by Marcus Frank Zusak, and in this way this chapter is over. I hope you have properly got it. Okay, so see you some other day. Till then, have a nice time and thank you.